what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. We are here at Miller Motorsports Park in Utah, and guess what? Today is the day for the first drive of this car right here. This is it. This is the first ever all-new GR Corolla, but guess what? We have the Circuit Edition, but we're going to be driving the Core, the Circuit, and the Top Track Morizo Edition. But before we get into this all-wheel drive powerhouse from this iconic Japanese brand, let's talk about what's going on here. Toyota is on a roll. Not only are they taking care of their regular vehicle lineup, bringing out new vehicles like the Corolla Cross, redesigning vehicles like the Sequoia, the Tundra, the upcoming Tacoma. Well, guess what? They decided to go all in with high performance. Now, a lot of the other brands have been having fun, and they've been doing it in a very big way in this compact performance class. You got Hyundai with the Elantra N. Of course, you got the Civic Type R. And then we can't forget the German brand Volkswagen that originated the hot hatch. But what I want to find out is, when the price is on the line and your hard-earned money is what's going to get you into one of these vehicles, is the GR Corolla worth the price? Plus, how the heck does it drive out on the track? We're going to find out in this review. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's dive into our GR Corolla, this one being a Circuit Edition, and find out. Right off the bat, the style really just hits the nail on the head for somebody who wants performance and a hatchback. Now, what makes this worth the price, here are some of the things. You're getting full lighting, LED lighting. Not only the headlights, but also they decided to do the headlights and the fog lamps. You got unique bodywork. There's those fog lamps gonna really shine brightly. You have unique bodywork where some of the other brands maybe kind of just tweak their stock front ends. This one really has that race car inspired look and also the form following function. We come across the front, you could just see the dimensions of this vehicle. It's like more for your money because you're getting more Corolla here, especially when we get underneath the hood. Now, when we get up onto the hood, the Circuit Edition, these are gonna come out with the top Morizo trim in spring of 2023. If you want the base trim, which is gonna be your Core, those will be available November of 2022. This will be out around March, April of 2023. So when you go Circuit, you're getting the bulge hood, you're getting lighter weight parts. Not only is the hood pure aluminum, but of course you're gonna have the heat extractors to help cut down on heat, because heat robs you of horsepower. And if you want performance for your money, we gotta make sure that the heat is not only robbing your engine of horsepower, but also your wallet. Now, as we come around the bend, one of the most expensive things that can be added to a car are gonna be wheels. What's great is that Toyota has brought a powerful brand called Enki. They've been making wheels for decades. Nice, light 18-inch wheel. If you step it up to Morizo, you get to turn that into a forged wheel, which is lighter than this cast aluminum. But I love the style, and look at the braking. 4-piston calipers come standard on the Circuit Edition and the Morizo. If you go Core, it's a performance pack upgrade. But we'll get more about pricing in a few seconds. Another thing besides the brakes are the tires. We don't have just regular street tires. These are Michelin Pilot Sport tires. The Pilot Sport 4 tires are gonna give us grip and durability so that you're not changing them every 5,000 miles. And when you're looking at some of those other brands, what you're getting is a sophisticated all-wheel drive system. Limited slip differentials on both ends when you go Circuit and Morizo. If you go Core, it's an open diff. You have to go with the performance pack to get the better brakes and the limited slip diff. I promise you, you'll see in the drive, the limited slip diffs are worth the money. Now, coming down the side, everything else is done nicely. You got your fender vent. I like the way that they did some gloss black on the Circuit Edition. You got the badging. GR, so much history, Gazoo Racing. So not only do you get the design, you get the engineering from the racetrack. Another thing that's a very high expensive item is gonna be your forged carbon roof. This is another thing that if you look at Volkswagen, if you look at Hyundai. If you look at Honda, none of them have a carbon fiber roof. You want a carbon fiber roof, you got to go with like a BMW M3 or an M4. Then you're talking about like double the price of this thing. But I haven't told you the price yet. It might blow your mind. Working your way towards the rear, they did the fender flares because we got 235s, all four corners. And like I said, sending that power from the front to the rear is all within fingertip reach. You're just gonna twist the knob and that's gonna send the power. Out back, what do we got? You got a stubby roof spoiler. Now, this is a pre-production. Circuit Edition is gonna have a bigger spoiler, but I am gonna zonk on the Morizo and the Core. It's just this little stubby spoiler. I wish they would have, at least on the Core and the Morizo, put an extra strip just to give you a little bit more downforce, but you will get a taller wing on the Circuit Edition, at least as of right now. Out back, exhaust. Exhaust is another area we're gonna have to see if you're gonna have to majorly upgrade this when we go on throttle, but from a look standpoint, it looks like a rally race car. That large center exhaust outlet and then the two on each side really just signify that this car is not your regular stock run-of-the-mill Corolla. This is a GR Corolla. But why don't we pop the hood so we could talk performance numbers for that price on this GR Corolla. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. Underneath the hood, how much horsepower we got? We have 300 horsepower, and the magical thing, this is a 3-cylinder engine. So think about it. 1 cylinder less than the competition means that you're gonna have less weight off the front end of the vehicle, but we don't have less power. 300 horsepower. On your core trim, it's 273 pound-feet of torque. That's utilizing 25.2 pounds of boost. If you go the circuit trim like this one, you're looking at 26.3 pounds of boost, which is gonna give us more torque. 295 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 in less than 5 seconds. The great news is with this G16E GTS motor, torque on the Circuit Edition comes in right around 3,000 RPM peak torque all the way up to 5,500. On the Morizo, it's 3,250 RPM all the way to 4,600 RPM. Now, when it comes down to weight, the Core weighs in at 3,262 pounds. This Circuit Edition is 3,285 pounds. The Morizo, because of no rear seat, no rear speakers, no rear window regulators, or wiper, you're looking at 3,185 pounds. So definitely less weight. We got those 14-inch rotors that are gonna help slow down this pocket rocket. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire up this GR Corolla and hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside this GR Corolla, and you know what? It's that time to find out how much it is. So I know you've been asking yourself, Joe, my friends and I, we've been doing fantasy guess the price GR Corolla football with this thing. I want to find out if I'm right. What's the pricing? So if you come in at the Core, that is your entryway into the GR Corolla base, you're looking at MSRP right around $35,900. If you step it up to the Circuit Edition, which remember, if you go Core, no big brakes, no limited slip diffs. To get the performance pack, that's another $2,000 on top of that. That will give you the diffs and the brakes. The Circuit Edition, which is gonna be 1 year only, and it's a limited amount, comes with all that, plus the other goodies I talked about. Carbon fiber roof, the big bulge hood, and hopefully that rear wing. You're looking at an MSRP of $42,900. Now, if you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go all in. I want that Akio Toyota Morizo Special Edition. How much is that one? So that one being 100 pounds less weight than this, the more torque and everything else, you're looking at a MSRP of $49,900. let's see it, what you get for the money to the door panels. Not really the sexiest hot hatch of panels. I like the red stitching. What I'm gonna have to zonk is all that gloss black plastic. The good news is though, down in that pocket region, you can get 2 Miller Motorsports track hot dogs with extra mustard and ketchup and a bottle of Yoo-Hoo to wash it down. That's actually Akio Toyota's favorite drink. Now going from the door panel to the dash, it looks a little too much regular Corolla, I think, compared to some of the competition. Would have been nice to have the stitching and maybe instead of gloss black, some carbon fiber, especially since we have a carbon fiber hood. You do get your standard 8-inch infotainment system, and it does have the all-new operating software. Just like I said, you know, I would like to see something a little bit more. There's your backup camera. Resolution is not the greatest. Take these things into consideration, but remember, we are going to be driving this, so maybe that might outshine everything that I'm talking about. You got your digital readouts for your standard AC controls. We do have wireless charging and heated seats, so you can keep your butt warm on those cold rally mornings. Drive mode selector knob. This is where the magic happens. This is where you dream as a little kid of driving. That manual transmission, nice short throw shifter, crisp engagement. You do have automatic rev match downshifting if you don't know how to heel toe downshift, or if you don't want to heel toe downshift, but you could shut it off, which is nice. I like the red stitching. Good old fashioned e-brake, mechanical e-brake, and then there's that knob, like I told you, within fingertip reach of adjusting the power forward and back with this all-wheel drive beast. 2 cup holders, no armrest, which is kind of interesting. That's to obviously save weight. And then the seats. These are worth every penny. Love the look, the leather, the stitching, the GR badge, the Alcantara microfiber suede material. To cut weight, you have manual adjustments for the passenger and the driver. But why don't you come over here, because guess what? I got a digital dash that might make your heart pitter-patter, all about hot hatch style, coming over. All right, guys, we're behind the wheel, the business end. Good news is, I hope you know how to drive manual transmission. Maybe that's bad news, but it only comes in manual, and I love the way they got the aluminum pedals. Nice large dead pedal, just would like that to match. That's gonna be my zonk, is that this does not match with these other beautiful pedals. I love the amount of room that's up front. Really plenty of headroom. Steering wheel, I'm so glad Toyota chose something different than the standard Corolla steering wheel. You got your GR badge. I just wish they would have done something a little sexier with the horn button. Manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel. And then guess what? You got that nice large digital display. That square box, that's the gear indicator. When you're in each gear, that's what it's gonna show. This is in normal mode. Look at sport. Look at how it changes. I'm not even gonna talk about eco. I don't even know why that mode is in here. This is not some hybrid hypermile car, but I love the way you got all the different adjustments to the gauges that you could set up with your boost, with all sorts of information. Look at how easy it is to change. There's the boost gauge. Look at that. Really, really neat how they have that set up. Now, I'm not going to show you the back seat. One of the reasons why, I've already shown that to you. We're going to have a link to the Morizo and the Core Edition at the end of this one, because remember, Morizo, you don't even have a back seat. I'm not even showing you the freaking cargo area, because you know what? If you're ready, I'm definitely ready. I want to go on throttle with you for the first time in this GR Corolla. All right, guys, it's that time. We are buckled in, strapped in. I'm starting off in this Circuit Edition, but we are going to do all 3 trims, Core, Circuit, and of course the Morizo. We're going to be doing the laps at Miller Motorsports Park and giving you a taste of each of the trims to see how, if they are worth the price. But of course, we got to listen to the revs of this 1.6 liter inline 3-cylinder, 300 horsepower, turbocharged with all-wheel drive. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. right, guys, so we're here at Miller Motorsports Park. We're gonna start off in the base core trim, that beautiful red. Giving a thumbs up to the corner workers. We can't do it without them. And we are going to go full boogie in this all-wheel drive, freaking turbocharged power plant of a rally car. Got it in sport, and we got the all-wheel drive system in track, second gear, on throttle. Here we go. Love that sound, real sound coming from this car. On the brakes. This core trim does have the performance package that gives you the limited slip diffs and the beefier brakes. Look at this thing. You can place it wherever you want on the track. Absolutely phenomenal. Nice feedback from the steering wheel, even in the core trim. Remember, this isn't the circuit, and it's not the top Morizo, so I can't wait to show you those. Little heel toe braking action. Nice, look at this. Look at this. Really able to carry your speed so well through this section using all the curbing. Nice. Really handles superb. All the suspension work that they've done. Yeah. The shifter is so light, crisp engagement. I'm doing the heel towing myself. Look at this. But you're able to place it just so perfectly. Absolutely amazing. Nice downshifts, man. Golly, look at this thing. Grip for days. So we got it in track. That gives us that 50-50 torque distribution. Nice. So the shifter, nice crisp engagement, short throws, clutch pedal is not heavy. It's got a good pickup point. I can't wait to drive the circuit, and then that top trim, the Morizo. Absolutely amazing. All right, so we're in the circuit edition. This is the one that we reviewed, and we have everything set to sport and track mode because that's what it's all about, giving the corner workers a thumbs up. And if you're ready, I'm ready. We're going on throttle. We're comparing it to the core and then the Morizo. Second gear, on throttle, here we go. The shifter is so nice with its precision on the brakes. Steering input is so precise. Look at this. I could put the car anywhere. Brakes are feeling good. Those bumped up calipers and rotors. In third gear. Woo! Really, really nice on the freaking steering of this thing. All the way out. There we go. Traction for days, baby. You can just put it anywhere you want. It really is that good. Woo! Using the curving on those brakes. Nice. The steering is so precise. It's not heavy. The gear shifter is wonderful. Look at this. Here we go. Nice. God, I love this car. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. We're gonna turn some more laps, that's for sure. But really, the clutch pickup is precise. Seats feel good. They hold you in nicely. Really unbelievable for their first GR Corolla hot hatch. All right, now we're in that top trim, the Morizo trim. No rear seat, no rear speakers, no rear window regulators, no rear wiper, and we got that bracing. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go on throttle. All right, guys, this is the one you waited for. This is the one I waited for. We're in the Morizo, the top trim. Giving a thumbs up to the corner workers. You got that microfiber suede steering wheel, no rear seat. And of course, we got all the settings the same. Sport, the track for the all-wheel drive, and we got those Pilot Sport Cup 2s. Here we go. On throttle, second gear. More torque. Nice, look at this. Wow. On the brakes, look at this. You can feel the difference, less weight, and the grip is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, wow. There we go. Morizo is definitely a step above the other two. That's for sure. Look at this. Oh my God. On those brakes. Nice. I have the intelligent auto match rev downshift feature going. Here we go. Morizo. Fourth gear. Woo-hoo-hoo. I love this part. Downhill through this nice transition over the curving. On those brakes. But you can just stick this car wherever you want. Oh my God, what a difference. Woo-hoo-hoo! Look at this. Nice. Oh my God, the grip, the freaking grip. The back pivots nicely. Wow. So we're talking about pricing, we're comparing these things. It's $49,900, let's call it what it is, 50 grand. I tell you, the seats, the shifter, that extra torque, I actually had to shift to fourth gear more, not only because of the torque, but because of the extra grip from the tires. The tires are everything. They are everything. And this Morizo, looking out over that bulge in the hood, absolutely phenomenal. I tell you, it is unbelievable. This car is just unbelievable. And I'm going back out in the Morizo. Definitely Morizo for me, that's for sure. Are you ready? I'm ready. Here we go, on throttle, second gear. All the way up to 7,000 RPM. Almost hitting the rev limiter in third. Little tap there. Look at this. So freaking balanced, man. Late apex. Pivot in the rear end just a bit. The grip front and rear is mind-blowing, mind-blowing. The shifter action is nice and light, very predictable steering. You know exactly how much grip you have. And I just love using up all the curbing. Let her go. Look at this. On those brakes. Ah, look at this. Nice. Ah, yes, I love this car. On the brakes. This is what it's all about. You don't need 800 horsepower. 300 in all-wheel drive is just fine. And these sticky tires, look at this. God dang it, man. This thing is ridiculous. Woo! Round and around, round we go. So perfect. for their first time out of the box with this car, they nailed everything. They nailed it beautifully. And it just really is so much fun. If you know how to drive, this is a driver's car. This is a driver's car. I'm loving it. Guys, they have this awesome little, almost like an autocross track, but they're calling it a street course for us to kind of see how the GR Corolla handles more in a normal fun driving situation on your favorite twisty back roads. But we're gonna do a little on throttle acceleration. If you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go, yeah! Nice! Really gets, obviously, the power to the ground very effectively, and that allows you to really be able to feel confident in that GR all-wheel drive setup in this thing. As you can see, we're at Miller Motorsports Park. We've been doing the track action. Now we're doing the actual action on this course. But lots of great fun through this little slalom. We are in the circuit edition, so it works out perfectly. This is the one that we have been doing the main review on, but now we get to kind of take it on this little back road area besides the racetrack. Going through this slalom really nicely. It's just the connectivity, the feedback to the steering wheel. As you can see, I'm not white knuckling anything. Nice light grip. It feels really good. And that's what's gonna allow you to enjoy this car in all sorts of driving situations, on your favorite twisty road, on your own racetrack when you go to your track day, or an autocross track. Now, I've been putting the all-wheel drive system right now in a 50-50 split. Of course, you could change it up from 60-40, 60 up front, 40 out back, or 30-70. But seats feel comfy. You know, when you go with the circuit edition, like I pointed out, you're gonna get the better materials on the seat rather than just the pure cloth that you get on the core. Back seat we have, because if you don't want a back seat and you want that bracing, you gotta go Marizo. But for versatility, for performance, and all of the great technology in this car, think about the pricing, and you tell me in the comment section, how do you feel about what Toyota's bringing with this vehicle? But right now, I mean, it feels really great. So heel toe downshift is a snap. Look at this. And then you just power out all the way up to 7,000 RPM. I love the large gauge indicator to tell you what gear you're in, boost gauge, the whole 9 yards. But if you want to have the automatic rev match downshift feature on, you could do it, or you could shut it off like we have. I'm doing my own heel toe downshifting. Oh, this is a fun one. Watch this. Second gear on the brakes, coming in. Nice. Woohoo! Really just lays the power down so nicely, and you're able to communicate with this car so very well. Just a great dancing partner. That's how I feel with this car, and it just allows you to really take advantage of that whole big picture. All right, guys, it's been one heck of an on-throttle, hot hatch kind of day out here at Miller Motorsports Park. I definitely got to thank the whole Toyota team for getting us access to this vehicle. Let me know what you think. Is this worth the price for your money for a hot hatch that brings the most compared to the competition? Let me know in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Radies Rides family. We got to give it up to the muscle behind the lens. She's making it happen no matter what altitude we're at. Show Lori some love in that comment section. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.